how to start a coaching business and reach 10K a month. In this video, I'm going to share with you exactly what you need to do to start and grow a coaching business from scratch. I've been doing this for the last 10 years and I've been able to make multi-six figure per year with my coaching business. So I've got a lot of things plans for you. I'm going to share with you in this video what to actually sell, what price to charge, and how to find clients. So let's dive right into it. So what to actually sell? First, you need to find your most valuable skill, because some people want to start coaching, but they are not sure about what niche to pick or what skill to teach. And basically, the best way to go about this is to find what skills you already have and how you can help other people with those skills. So you need to find a painful problem that you can solve, and the more painful the problem, the better. For example, if you help people with knitting, yes, you're going to be able to charge them a certain amount of money, but it's not really like a painful problem, like saving your marriage. So if you can help people save their marriage or do some like dating coaching, then you will be able to charge more money for that than if you were to help them get better at knitting, for example. So there are different things that people pay a lot of money for, and those are usually the most painful problems. For example, helping people with health, wealth, or relationship, and sometimes hobbies or passion. For example, if you can help someone invest in real estate, you will be able to charge them a high price because you're going to help them make more money. But also in other niches like health, losing weight, or for example, stopping addiction, things like that can really work as well. And to give you some example, when I first started my coaching and course business back in 2016, I was doing music production. So I help people to get better at music production. And for example, I was selling online courses for around $400 and coaching program up to like $2,000. But on the other end, when I started coaching other people about marketing and help them make more money with their business, I was able to sell offer for up to $10,000 because the value that I was providing was bigger. So that is the point that I'm trying to make. Now, it's not only about what skill you want to teach, but it's also about who you want to sell to. You need to target people who can afford to pay for your coaching and ideally that have disposable income to invest in coaching. So your avatar within the niche dictates your price. If you're selling to a broke college student, it's not going to be the same price as if you're selling to like a CEO or like some leader that has money to invest in himself. For example, like I say, fitness, you can help broke students to get a six-pack, but you can also help CEOs lose weight and gain more focus. But the thing is, you share the same knowledge, but in the end, your client, the value that is going to get, it's more if you target the CEOs, because it's going to improve maybe their lifestyle, they're going to be more performing at work, they're going to make more money, so the value that you're going to deliver is going to be higher. For example, my client, Veronique, she was in the personal development niche in France, and she was selling like books for 14 euros and a cheap online course around like 97 up to 197 euros about personal development. So when we started to work together, I helped her define her positioning to attract high-paying clients. And so we created a premium high-ticket coaching offer targeting exactly what I said, so leaders, CEO, executive, and she helped them gain more clarity, more focus, and things like that. And she was able to sign clients for 4,800 euros up to 10,000 euros simply because she changed who she was selling to. She was not selling to the general public anymore, but she really picked an avatar that could benefit from her knowledge, and she was able to bring a lot of value with that and also grow her business as she was able to sign 10K clients. The next step is to create a good offer, so an irresistible offer. You need to focus on delivering a clear transformation. You should take people from point A, where they are right now, to point B, which is their desired situation. What goals do they have? And your coaching offer, your coaching program, should be the bridge or the vehicle that take them from where they are right now to where they want to go. So you need to design a journey that you will take your customer on in order for them to get the result. For example, a good promise could be from overweight to having a six-pack, or like one of my clients, he helps people to start cleaning businesses. So a promise that we decided together is like start your cleaning business and make 5K a month. Usually, a coaching offer that works good and allow people to get results It's usually between 6 to 12 weeks of coaching. That's what works the best in my opinion, because you have time to teach people and also let them implement so they get results. And I recommend starting with one-on-one coaching, because you will be able, first of all, to give more help to your clients, be more like hands-on, and so you will get better testimonials, and this will help you close more clients in the future. But also you will learn more about your market, what do they need, what do they want, and this will help you refine your offer and close more clients. And once you scale, you can do like group coaching, or you can turn your coaching into an online course and have like a hybrid program where you do like coaching plus an online course kind of thing. But that's what I would recommend. Next, you might wonder, like, should I sell a cheap program, like a cheap course, or like a 1-hour discovery coaching session for like $97 or things like that? The answer is no, you shouldn't do that. You need to sell a premium high ticket offer, because if you're selling cheap, you will attract bad clients who don't take action and they don't get results. So for example, when I was selling cheap online courses in the music production niche back in 2016, some people just bought the course, but they didn't even watch, simply because they didn't spend a lot of money on it, so they thought it was not really valuable, or they were not really committed. But like when a client pay you thousands of dollars, they listen and they take action because they are more invested, they are more committed. So if you have cheap price, it's going to be hard to scale in the future if you want to do paid advertising, because you're going to have to spend money to acquire a customer. If you want to scale with ads, that is not mandatory. You can just do like organic content on social media and get clients for free. But if you have that vision to scale to like 6 figures, 7 figures with ads also, then you need to have high prices in order for you to have a profit after you spend money on ads to get a client, if that makes sense. Because if you spend like $500 on ads to get a client and you sell them like a $200 coaching session, you're basically losing money. Whereas if you sell like a $5,000 coaching program, then you have some room to have some profit margin. And if you think it's impossible to charge $1,000 in your niche, it's either that you're not solving a painful enough problem, or you're targeting the wrong crowd within the niche. For example, if you help people with like career advice, how to find a better job, how to improve your resume kind of things, you have many choices of who to target. You can help broke graduates to get their first job, or you can help executives land 6-figure high-paying job. It's the same niche, it's the same skill and the same kind of transformation that you're delivering, but it's just that it's going to be way more valuable when you target those people that can land 6-figure paying job, because they're going to make more money from it, obviously. And on the other end, the broke student, I mean, they're broke by definition, so they cannot afford to spend $1,000 on a coaching program. Now, what price to actually charge? Your actual price will depend on a few different things. First is going to be the value of the transformation that you deliver. For example, like I said, if you help someone invest in real estate and make $1,000 a month passively, that's like $12,000 a year for the next 10 or 20 years. So you can charge a fraction of that. Second thing is going to be the cost of not solving the problem. And this is going to depend on each niche and each transformation that you deliver. For example, if someone is trying to save their marriage and they don't solve this problem, they might have to go through a divorce and lose half of their net worth. So if you can coach them on like how to improve their marriage and not go through a divorce and lose like potentially hundreds of thousands of dollars, then it makes sense to charge a high price in the thousands of dollars, right? Now, the third thing could be the cost of the alternative, and that could be your competitor, but also other solutions. So are there any other solution out there that bring similar results with the same likelihood of success? And you need to compare apples to apples. For example, yes, there might be books for $20, but on the other end, then there might be like $20,000 university program. It's like if you compare liposuction versus like a weight loss ebook, the perceived likelihood of success will dictate the price as well. So yeah, that's one thing. Now, the fourth factor would be the time or effort that you can save them. So if you help them save 10 hours a week with your coaching program, and they work usually at $40 an hour, that's worth over $20,000 over 1 year. So if you have, for example, someone gets result in 3 months instead of like 12 months, that's like a shortcut that you setting them. It's basically like you make them save time and less effort. So that has value too. Now, if you are starting, what I'd recommend is around $3,000. I recommend that because it's high price enough where like you'll be able to have a good profit margin and scale in the future with that. But also it's not too high. So if you are a beginner at sales and coaching, I think it's a good amount to start. And what I'd recommend is to have 30 sales calls to sell that offer. And then you can assess your conversion rate. Like let's say like you do like 30 calls. How many people do you close? And if your closing rate is above 25%, that means your offer might be too cheap, and so you can increase the price to maybe $4,000 or $5,000. On the other hand, if it's under 10%, sorry, maybe your offer is not good, or you're not using the right strategy to sell, or there is something wrong. So, for example, I've personally sold coaching offer up to $10,000, and I've helped my clients sell offer from $3,000 to $10,000 in many different niches, in personal development, in modeling, in e-commerce, in real estate, all the niches that you can think of. I've helped people sell from $3,000 to $10,000 coaching program. Now, a question that I get sometimes is, do you need some qualification, or do you need a degree, or do you need to be an expert to start coaching people? And the short answer is absolutely not. You do not need any degrees to do that. As long as you are not acting or positioning yourself as a licensed therapist or a professional like a psychologist or something like that, you do not need a degree or any certification. Also, you don't need to have like 20 plus years of experience in your field to start coaching people. What you need is the ability to solve the problem that people in a niche have. And usually that comes from personal experience. For example, if you've had like a problem in the past for yourself that you solved, you can help people solve this problem because you've done it for yourself, so you know what it takes and what to do in order to solve that. When I started coaching people about music production, I've been doing music production for like 2 years, and after 2 years I was like intermediate, not super expert but not super beginner anymore, and this is when I started to teach other people. So if you've been practicing the things that you want to teach for maybe a year or two, you've read a few books and you've experienced different results, you can start coaching other people to have those results as well. Now, how to find clients the right way? If you have money to invest, you can go with meta ads, but I recommend having at least $5,000 to $10,000 if you are starting to promote your coaching offer with meta ads. But the thing is, most people, when they are starting, they don't have this kind of money to invest, so there is another way to find clients. And what I recommend is to create content on social media. And I practice what I preach. I'm doing this video right now because I know that some people that will watch it might be interested in working with me to help them with their coaching business. And by the way, if you want my help to, grow your coaching business and reach 10K a month, you can click the link below and book a free call with me, and I will show you how I can help exactly. Now, you need to ask yourself the question, where is your ideal avatar online? And then you're going to pick that platform, so that can be YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, LinkedIn, and you're going to create content on this platform consistently. You need to create content around 3 different things. So that's going to be the problems that your avatar is having right now, the goals that he wants to achieve, and also the question that he is asking himself. You need to create content that is intent-based. So you want to attract people that have the intent to solve their problem. The goal is not to chase views and go viral for the sake of going viral. At the end of the day, we're looking to get clients, not to become social media famous, right? So, for example, if someone types on Google, on YouTube, or other platforms how to lose weight, they are actively looking to solve their problems. If you typed how to start a coaching business and you landed on this video, it's probably because you want to start a coaching business and that's your goal. And so this way you can attract people that are looking to solve the problem and they're actively looking for a solution. And to find those content ID, first you can ask yourself, if you've been in the niche for a while, like what are the problems that you faced, what are the goals that you had when you started, what were the questions that you were asking yourself. But you can also look for comments on other YouTube videos. You can look for book titles. You can look what people are saying on Facebook, Reddit. Think in terms of what people are searching on. So I recommend starting with YouTube as a main pillar because it's like a search engine. People are looking for content on this platform to solve their problem. And then you can also do shorts on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. You can just do like the same short video that you repurpose on all platforms. And if you're selling like to B2B, like you're selling to businesses or like a professional, maybe you can use LinkedIn as well. That works really good. So like a few years ago, I started a new coaching business in another niche from scratch, only posting on TikTok. So I posted one video on TikTok per day for 90 days, and I was able to sign 7 paying clients that each paid me $3,000. So I made $21,000 from scratch in 90 days, starting a new business just with organic content, no ads, and I started from scratch. So like I said, do not chase views. It's better to make 50 highly qualified views per video than 10,000 random one. Now that you know how to get visibility on social media, you need to transform this visibility into paying clients. And so you need a system to transform eyeball into paying clients. And the most efficient way to sell high-ticket coaching program is to a call. So it's going to be a discovery call. And you don't need to be like the wolf of Wall Street or to be an expert at sales. Basically, think of yourself as a doctor. Your goal is to do a diagnostic and then to prescribe the right solution. So the calls that you're going to do with your prospect are pretty straightforward. You need to ask them about what is their current situation and what problems are they facing. Then you're going to ask them about what they want to achieve, what is their goal within the niche. And then if you can help them, you're going to say that you have a coaching offer, a coaching program that can help them achieve this result. And you need to position your coaching program as the bridge or the vehicle that is going to take them from where they are right now and where they want to go. And if you do that, some people will buy your coaching program, and that's as simple as that. Now, there are a few like different details that you can do in your course to improve the conversion rate, but this is not like an advanced video, so I want to keep it quite simple. Now, here's the 3-page sales funnel that I use. So basically, in your social media platform and content, you need to make a call to action at the end of each video or piece of content that you had to send people from those social media platforms into your own website and to work with you. So you can simply say, like at the end of each piece of content, if you need my help with this thing, you can just click the link below and see how I can help. Or you can say like, you can click the link and book a free call with me, kind of thing. So you can send people to a VSL, that's a simple video where you show like how you can help them achieve their goal, what you've done, the other people that you've helped, the kind of result they can expect, how does it work and stuff like that. And then you just have conversation with those who book a call. To be honest, on average, like 20% of people on a call will buy, and this might be less if you're starting out, or it might be more if you're good at sales and your offer is really good. Now, there are a few mistakes that you need to avoid if you want to reach 10K a month. So, like I said, do not sell coaching session. People are not buying hours of your time. Nobody is like, oh, I want to buy like 5 hours of coaching. No, what they want is the result. And if you could give them the result in 5 minutes, they would buy a 5-minute coaching program. But usually that's not how it goes. So yeah, don't sell like hour of your time, and don't start by selling an online course or a school community. Because it's hard to sell an online course above like $2,000 because most people nowadays want like personalized feedback. They want custom advice and things like that. And also a video course by itself, it's quite commoditized. With AI and other tools these days, people don't only pay for information, but they pay for like personal touch, custom feedback and things like that. So if you have a course, just integrate it as part of as your coaching program. So when people join your coaching, they will get also access to your course, kind of thing. And also, if people have the choice between buying a $300 course or a $3,000 coaching program, they will most of the time buy the $300 course, even though they could afford the $3,000 coaching program. So you're losing money, so do not do that. Also, don't do discounts. Have a fixed price and stand by it, because if you keep changing your price, you will not know if your offer is working. If one day you charge 500 and the next day 2000, you will not know like what is working, what is not working. Keep the same price and do at least 30 calls to try to sell this offer, and then you will be able to assess if it's working or not. Like I said, one of my clients, he was trying to sell a school community. I think it was like $39 a month. And he had like a few clients, maybe 2-3 clients, so he was making like $100 a month. And then we started working together. I helped him create a $3,000 coaching program. And within 8 weeks after working with me, he signed 2 paying clients, so he made $6,000, which is like a lot compared to the $100 a month he was doing before with his school community. Now, also, one thing that I want to say is you need to set your expectation. There are a lot of money of videos online that's like, oh, how to make 10K a month in the next 30 days. Usually what I found with my clients is that they sign their first high-paying coaching client within 6 to 10 weeks after they start working with me and they start taking action. So if you've never done it, if you've never sold coaching before, if you've never made content online, it's going to take a bit of time, especially if you do it by yourself and you don't know exactly what strategy or what advice to follow. So don't expect result overnight. It can be faster. You can sign your first client in the next week, or it can be slower. It will depend on how you implement, but you need to stick to it and be consistent. Like if it doesn't work after 1 month, do not give up. Just set your expectation. Don't expect it to work really fast, because if you do that, then you're going to lose motivation and you're going to believe that it might not work for you, and you end up giving up, and then you don't make any money. Like for example, when I first started, I posted my first videos like 10 years ago, the 2nd of February 2016, and I didn't make like any money for like 8 months because I didn't know what I was doing, and I didn't know, how to actually make money by selling coaching and courses. But now I have all the tools and the strategy, so like if I had to start over again, it would be way faster. Just so you know, that's how it works. But if you do what I've said in this video and you follow all the steps, you will be able to make 10K a month with your coaching business. Again, this is not like a promise or a guarantee of result. I'm just saying like this is what I've been working for me and my clients. So this is it. Now, you can take what I've shared in this video and try to implement by yourself, but there are a lot of moving parts. Like I said, the offer, the promise of the offer, the avatar, the positioning in the niche, the pricing, or to make good content that attract clients, things like that. You can do that by yourself, but you might lose some time and a lot of effort and things like that. So if you want my help to help you grow and start your coaching business in order to reach 10K a month with your coaching program and sign your first high-paying coaching client, you can book a free call with me, and then I will ask you those questions about where you're at right now, where you want to go, and if I can help, I will let you know how does that work. So that's it for this video. You can book a call with me in the link below, and I'll see you in the next video.